Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Between our visitors and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 20 carries, 104 yards. They'll run it with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Howell. He completes it to Henry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
15 line.
On 3rd down, Howell. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Throwing on 1st down, Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Get it.
Off play action. Howell. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw on second down, Howell. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Check 55 for mine. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Now go.
On second down now. It's Bell, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Here are the starters defensively for the Chargers. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And the catch made by Hilton. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. Caught here by Bell. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on 3rd down. Howell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I got 2 pop.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 10 too soft. SOS. Get it.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Back to throw. Howell. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Myles Jack there to make the tackle. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. 2nd and 6. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 1st and 10, Howell. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the gun, Howell. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hall. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. The Raiders swarm in and block it. And they are going to take possession of the football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That is caught inside the 5 and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go!
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Ready? 52. Mike 52. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ready?
On the counter, here's Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, baby.
He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the line a little bit there. Single receiver. Go. Get it.
2nd and 5. Short little throw to Ebron. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run it here with Gordon. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Howell, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah,
just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's 2nd and 8. Allen's got it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
2 times, 2 times. 4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Howell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Howell looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And caught by Henry. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Howell. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Gordon. He'll get 3 up to midfield. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Howell. Complete. It's Henry. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Hall, and he works free. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, it's Bell, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 20. And touchdown! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Point after here coming up. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
Can't you stop? Check it back.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. From the gun on third down, Howell. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his kick is indeed good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So out come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
90, Wolf. All day, just like that. Just like that. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
You got it. Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Now Bell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Looking to throw. Howell. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. Howell. He completes it to Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you're doing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry? Or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up. And it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On third down, Howell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Chargers getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Powell. Able to get this to Gordon. Breaks the tackle, now an alley.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Powell. And he'll find Hall. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now. It's Hall, and he'll go down at the 28. Throwing on first down. Howell, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. 2nd and 15. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Howell gets it to Gordon. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. He's back to throw. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Back to throw here.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for our visitors, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.